Mr. Ravi Durandor, advisor, 27,400. Mrs. Corinne Bocus, 66,200, advisor. NPO, Mr. Ashvin Lachman, 27,400.
Thank you. Honorable Abbas Mahmood.
Thank you. On item 20100, decimal 005, extra assistant. Can the Honorable Minister
Just reply to that.
Just replied to that, Honorable Abbas Mahmood. Moving on to page 262, Honorable Amphol.
Item 26313, decimal 140, Integrity Reporting Services Agency. Can we know how many confiscation orders have been granted by the court to the IRSA, and what amount of money does that represent?
Chair, you will note that this item has now moved. This agency has now moved under Prime Minister's office.
Thank you. Honorable Tu. Sorry? Can you repeat the question, Honorable Amphol?
Amount of confiscation orders that has been granted by the court to the IRSA?
No, the fact that
What sum does that represent?
no, the fact that this item is under PMO, okay. I don't have any information with regard to this.
Okay, thank you. Honorable Tu.
26313 decimal 114, National Committee on Corporate Governance. Can we know the amount of 9,200,000 we are asked to vote for review of the National Code of Corporate Governance?
Yeah. Well, provision has been made for recruitment of staff, appointment of consultants for evaluation of firms against corporate governance scorecard for Mauritius for 2023 and review of the Code of Corporate Governance 2016. So appointment of consultant and evaluation of corporate governance practices and review of the Code of Corporate Governance, and which will be reviewed by OECD. This is why there is an increase in the amount.
Thank you. Honorable Amiamia.
Chair, on page 262, item number 26313.0115, Financial Intelligence Unit. Can I ask the Honorable Minister, if ever he has been information, if not he can circulate it later, the number of STR that has been raised, investigated and resolved?
Okay, I think Honorable Minister can circulate the information.
I will circulate it, yes.
Honorable Abbas Mahmood.
concerning item 22030, rent. Can we know there is an increase in the amount and the name of the building?
Rent, yes. Provision is made for rental of SICOM building, parking slots, and rental of photocopy machine. With regard to the rental of office space, it is as SICOM, as I said, SICOM building. The rate is 45 rupees 8 cents per square foot. That's it.
Thank you. Honorable Leopold.
Thank you, Chair. Capital expenditure 31122 over machinery and equipment. There's 500,000 rupees provided. Can the Honorable Minister state which type of machinery and equipment that involve?
Yes, 500,000 provision made for acquisition of IT equipment for additional staff that we are going to recruit.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. We are now on subhead 10, 102, Financial Services. We are on page 262. Honorable Amiamia.
Which subhead, Chair?
102, Financial Services.
Yes, item code 21110.005, extra assistance, 3,750,000 rupees. May we have the details of this figure?
Yeah, this is provision made for remuneration of chairman and 2 members of the review panel set up under FIAMLA. Detail is that the chairperson, Mr. Ango, Gérard Ango, remuneration of 167,355 monthly, and the 2 other members are Mr. Noor Husseini and Mr. Ramsar Hariram, each drawing 38,500 monthly.
Thank you, Honorable Leopold.
Thank you, Chair. Item 22900.922.
We are on page.
We are still on page 262.
Same item.
We now move to page 263, Honorable Asia Baden.
Yes, Chair. L'item 2220, décimal 008, fees to consultant. Je vois 9 millions, 6 millions, 3 millions. Peut-on avoir le nom du consultant choisi?
Fees to consultant, exactly. This is, well, the literature is that provision made for consultancy services for development of environmental, social, and governance, ESG, guidelines, which will provide a framework for investors will be using Mauritius to structure their vehicle for funding of impactful projects in Africa. Minister of Finance, completion 2024, duration 6 months, the signature of grant agreement by Minister of Finance, Economic. Yeah, I know. Annex 4. Hold on a second. Yeah, not yet appointed. We are in process of appointing.
Thank you, Honorable Leopold.
Thank you, Chair. Item 22900.922, conferences, seminars, and workshops. Can I ask the Honorable Minister how many seminars will be conducted in Rodrigues and under which themes?
Well, we have provided for provision made for following conference, seminars, workshops, and expenses in connection with the following: economic impact assessment, Africa Wealth Summit, workshop on guidelines for sustainable finance framework for Africa, Mauritius Africa Corridor Summit. What will happen is that when we hold these seminars and conferences here, we will ask stakeholders, request stakeholders from Rodrigues as well to come and attend here.
Thank you, Honorable Utim.
Thank you, Chair. Item 26313.152. I see that unlike last year, this year there is no provision made for any funding of the Financial Services Institute company.
Yeah, there is a reclassification. You will note that it is under vote on page 262, under vote 10-101. There is a reclassification of this expenditure.
Thank you, Honorable Gangapal Sad.
Thank you, Chair. I'm coming to personal emoluments concerning the Director of Financial Services. May I know the salary package and the incumbent, the name of the incumbent?
Just tell me, we are on page 263?
Yes, page 263, still under item 10102, Financial Services.
So,
and this is the last question.
No, but are we looking at public sector governance, 103?
What is your question, Honorable Gangapal?
I repeat it. I'm combining both 262, 263. I'm talking about the personal emoluments for the Director of the Financial Services.
263. We have to go back to 262, is it?
It is the same.
Sorry?
It is item 102.
Item 21. Which page are you on, Honorable Gangapal Sad? We are on page 263.
262.
No, 262 is already gone. So now we move on to page 263, subhead 10103, Public Sector Governance Reforms.
Yes.
Page 263, so we have on item 10.103, so we are on page 264. Honorable Leopold.
Thank you, Chair. Item 22120.018, refund of subscription fees to the professional bodies. Can you list the professional bodies?
Yeah. For professional bodies, provision has been made for annual subscription fee to professional bodies, mainly ACCN, ACME, to officers who are required to be a registered member of these professional bodies.
Thank you. Honorable Abbas Mahmood.
Already canvassed, but I have a question, same page, different heading.
We will come to you. Thank you. Subhead 10.104, anti-money laundering and combating of the financing of terrorism, page 264. Honorable Utim.
Thank you, Chair. Under item 26210.036, contribution to Assemblée. May I know from the Honorable Minister, when is the next review by Assemblée due?
The next review by Assemblée, 2027, non? 2027. C'est 2027.
2027. Thank you. Honorable Abbas Mahmood.
Concerning item 22120 fees, of which A, fees to consultant. Can we know more about the consultant? Who is a consultant and the project?
Fees to consultant. National risk. Oh, which one? A, B, or C? A. A is a national risk assessment. It's a while back.
Thank you. Honorable Ganga Pausad.
Page 264, the same item, 2220 fees. Fees to consultants, small letter B. Fees to consultants, sector risk assessment. We have earmarked 10 million for that. Who are the consultants for that?
Provision made for payment of fees to consultants for providing technical support with regard to FIAMLA risk. Not yet appointed.
Thank you. Subhead 10.104. We are now on page 265. Thank you, Honorable Minister. The question is that the sum of 305,500,000 rupees for vote 10.1, Ministry of Financial Services and Good Governance, stand part of the schedule. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Aye. The ayes have it.
Ministry of Environment, Solid Waste Management and Climate Change, vote 11.1, Environment and Climate Change.
The question is that the sum of 475 million rupees for vote 11.1, Environment and Climate Change, stand part of the schedule. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Aye. Honorable Bhagwan.
Thank you, Chair.
Sorry, 1 second, please, Honorable Bhagwan. So we are now on subhead 11.101 on page 273, General. Yes?
173, oui.
Yep.
Mr. Chair, on page 273, item subhead 11.101, General, under recurrent expenditure, 20, allowance to minister. We are being asked to vote a sum, I think, of 2.4 million rupees. I formally move that this amount be reduced by 50%, being given that we all know the part-time job of the minister.
I will not allow this.
Let me finish.
Yes, I will not allow this because this motion is not receivable under Standing Order 73.7, which provides that no motion for the reduction of any item provided by statute can be presented. Do we have another question? Honorable Ganga Pausad.
Thank you, Chair. Page 273, item 21110, decimal 005, extra assistance. May we know how will this amount be allocated to whom?
Yes, Chair. So the amount for extra assistance, this amount is provided for the payment of salaries, compensation, and end-of-year bonus to 4 advisors of the Minister. So the list of advisors are as follows: Mr. Prakash Kavlesar, Senior Advisor on Environmental and Solid Waste Matters, and Mr. Prakash Kavlesar, is employed on contract as Senior Advisor on Environmental and Solid Waste Matters for a period of 1 year with effect for 20 September 2021. His contract has been annually renewed with effect from 20th September 2022 till date on the same terms and conditions. Mr. Kavlesar is drawing a monthly salary of 94,500 rupees plus traveling allowance, and he was formerly the director of the Solid Waste Management Division, and he retired on the 23rd July 2021. He holds a MSc in Environmental Health from the University of Surrey. Second advisor is Mrs. Marie-Benjamin Christelle Chomrou, advisor on Information Matters, and Mrs. Marie-Benjamin Christelle Chomrou was employed on contract as advisor on Information Matters with effect from 2nd of February 2021 for a period of 1 year. Her contract has been renewed annually for a further period of 1 year with effect from the 2nd of February 2022 on the same terms and conditions. She is drawing a monthly salary of 66,200 rupees plus car and traveling allowance in accordance with PRB Report 2021. She holds a BSc. And Mrs. Sarita Ramba Ramkelawan, advisor on public relation matters, and she has been employed on contract as advisor on public relation matters with effect 20th of May 2021 for a period of 1 year. She is drawing a salary of 25,525 rupees plus allowance for working regularly beyond normal office hours during weekdays, weekends, and so on. And fourth person is Mr. Gilbert Clyde Bastien, advisor on landscaping matters. Mr. Gilbert Clyde Bastien has been employed on contract as advisor on landscaping matters for a period of 1 year with effect 8th of November 2021. His contract of employment has been renewed annually on same terms and conditions, and his salary is 30,700 rupees.
Thank you, Honorable Dulab.
Thank you, Chair. Item 22120, fees, for an amount of 1,350,000. May we have some more details?
So we are on page 274, Honorable Dulab. 1 second. So Honorable Abbas Mahmoud. 274, yes.
Yes. Thank you, Chair. Item number 22070, cleaning services. Can we know if it in-house or if there is a service provider, the name of the service provider?
Yes. So it's to cleaning services. Cleaning services, we have an increasing yearly contract price, provision made for cleaning of toilets and sanitary services at the Ministry and Police de l'Environnement at Kenley Tower, the National Environment Laboratory at Réduit, and sub-officers of Living Environment Unit at Bois Marchand and Belle Village. And following a tender exercise, a 1-year contract with effect from the 1st of May 2024 was awarded to company Silver Clean Company Limited for the sum of 600,000 rupees annually.
Thank you.
Yes.
Are you done, Honorable Minister? Done?
Done.
Thank you. Time over. We now move on to subhead 11102, Environmental Protection, Conservation and Monitoring. We are on page 274. 275. Honorable Tu.
Thank you, Chair. Item 22900, decimal 099, small letter C, institutional strengthening ozone layer protection. There is an increase in the budget for same. Can the Honourable Minister inform the House?
Yes. so it's here we are. 1 minute, please. Yes, thank you. So the proposed implementation schedule. So your question relates to the amount?
Mike?
Yes. So we have the status of the project itself is 180,000 USD by the Executive Committee of the Multilateral Fund. The fund will be receiving...
Honourable Minister, can you please speak in the mic? Thank you.
Sorry. So the proposed implementation, production of resource materials for different target groups, August 2024, organization of activities to mark the International Day for the Ozone Day 2024, September 2024, training custom officers November 2024, and the proposed disbursement schedule is for the production of resource materials for different target groups, Ozone Day activities, and training of customs officers.
Thank you, Honourable Béranger.
31,132.112, Consumer Information System for Sustainable Consumption and Production. There's no amount allocated for the next financial year. May we know why, and can we have more details about this project, please?
Just 1 minute, please. Yes, Chair. So no funds were provided under this budget for this project, as the capacity building and sensitization of stakeholders, including enterprises, for the integration of circular economy practices will henceforth be carried out through the implementation of the roadmap and action plan for a circular economy in the Republic of Mauritius for 2023-2033. So funds to the tune of 1 million rupees has been allocated for this purpose under this budget 2024-2025 under the Climate and Sustainability Funds, PSIP code D0324.
Thank you, Honourable Dulab.
Thank you, Chair. Vote item 22,900.903. Awareness campaign, an amount of 2 million rupees are being earmarked. May we have more details from the Minister with regards to this awareness campaign?
22,900. Decimal?
903.
Yes, for this project itself, so the activities is to mark the Earth Day 2024 and the World Environment Day 2024, and to produce resource materials such as booklets, roller banners, and posters, as well as radio and TV spots and on environmental issues, and to conduct awareness-raising activities with youth, women, and senior citizens, NGOs, and other target groups. And also, we are planning to, the proposed disbursement schedule is as follows: Earth Day and World Environment Day, 50% by June 2025. Production and airing of radio, TV spots, 30% by June 2025, and production of resource material, 10% by March 2025, and press communique, 10% by June 2025.
Thank you, Honourable Abbas Mahmood.
Thank you, Chair. Item 22,060, maintenance. Can the Honourable Minister elaborate and inform the House whether there is private service providers?
Yes, for this amount, there has been an increase due to increased activities, provision for maintenance of building, National Environment Laboratory, and plant and equipment such as photocopying machine, computer, fax machine, etc. Also, maintenance of building, which is for 1 million rupees, plant and equipment 4,100,000 rupees, and we. And so we, yes, Yes, I think I have already given all the necessary information, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Leopold.
Thank you, Chair. Item 22900.099, subsection C, institutional strengthening ozone layer protection. Why there is such an increase in the sum allocated?
I believe this has already been canvassed. Thank you. We now move to section 11103, page 276, climate change, resilience, greening and embellishment. Page 276, Honorable Tu.
Chairperson, item 22090, security. Can we know why are we increasing the budget for security purposes?
Yes, so the increase is due to yearly contract price, provision for security services for the sites of Dogué, SSR Memorial Park, Signal Mountain, Petit Sab Beach, NEL Réduit, LEU Belle Village, and Maibo, and air monitoring stations. And following a tender exercise, a one-year contract with effect from the 1st of May 2024 was awarded to Quick Security Guards Limited for the total sum of 6,081,660 rupees.
Thank you, Honorable Utim.
Thank you, Chair. Under item 22-120, fees decimal 008D, fees to consultant in connection with capacity building initiative for transparency. May I know from the Honorable Minister what this training is about and who is the consultant that will provide the training?
Yes, 1 minute, please. Yes, the objective itself is for Mauritius in improving the quality of the national greenhouse gas emission inventory and its processes for reporting and transparency in order to provide a firmer basis for evidence-based policy making. And for financial year 2023-2024, few planned activities could not be undertaken due to delays in hiring consultancy firms. Due to delay or in hiring consultancy firms, capacity building workshops have also been delayed, and the amount remaining for financial year has been shifted to financial year 2024-2025. So for financial year 2024-2025, amount voted would be used for capacity building workshops on gender mainstreaming, in mitigation actions, country-specific emission factors, intergovernmental panel on climate change, methodologies and software, and validation workshops for reports.
Thank you, Honorable Béranger.
Item 22-120.008, fees to consultants, little c, needs assessment for implementation of Climate Change Act 2020. There's no amount allocated for the next financial year. Can we know the reason, and may we know the status for this project? Est-ce qu'on doit comprendre que le Climate Change Act n'est donc toujours pas implémenté?
Just 1 minute, please.
We move to a next question in the meantime that the answer comes. So, Honorable Foukyun.
Thank you, Chair. Item 22-120.008, F, Coastal Risk Assessment Study. Can we know who is the consultant for this study, please?
Yes. Avec votre permission, Monsieur le Président, je souhaite tout simplement réagir pour la question précédente pour dire que le projet a été complété.
Le projet a été?
Le projet a été complété.
Complété, d'accord.
Ce qui explique le fait qu'il n'y a aucune somme qui a été éarmarquée pour les années suivantes.
D'accord, merci.
Donc, pour la présente question, Monsieur le Président, donc, le but, c'est to conduct an in-depth study, yes, to conduct an in-depth study on risks related to the two hazards, namely coastal erosion and marine submersion on mainland Mauritius and Rodrigue for crisis management. And during the financial year 2023-2024, fund was not used as the project officer could not be recruited. But during financial year 2024-2025, the sum of 700,000 rupees will be used for translation of reports under the project itself. So, yeah.
Thank you. Honorable Abbas Mahmood.
Thank you, Chair. Item 22070, cleaning services. Can we know this? There is a rise of 2 million rupees, name of service providers.
22070. Yes, for cleaning services, 22070. So provision made for cleaning services of toilets and sanitary services at Sesi Usagar Ramgoulam Memorial Park, Kewal Nagar, and Le Doguet Promenade de Santé, and Tongba. And contract was awarded to Silver Clean Limited following a tender exercise, a one-year contract with effect from the 1st May 2024. And the contract was awarded to Silver Clean Company Limited for the sum of 389,460 rupees yearly.
Thank you. Honorable Dulab.
Thank you, Chair. Item 22090, security. I notice an increase of 2,100,000 rupees for this item. May we have more details?
Has already been canvassed. Honorable Leopold.
Thank you, Chair. 22120, fees 0.007. C, fourth national communication. Can the Honourable Minister inform the House why there is such an increase in the amount allocated for this year?
Yes. This one, me, please. For the financial year 2023-2024, the plan activities could not be undertaken as the national project coordinator is not yet in post. The amount voted has been shifted for financial year 2024-2025. And for 2024-2025, amount voted would be used for inception workshop to kickstart the implementation of the project, and also for capacity building on greenhouse gas emission inventory, mitigation and vulnerability assessment.
Thank you. Honorable Ganga Prasad.
Thank you, Chair. Page 276, item 22120. We are talking about fees. We find this element, fourth national communication, and we find a steady increase in the sum allocated for that. Small letter B. 7,000, then it comes to 1.6 million, then it goes on to 4.3 million.
I think it has just been replied, Chair, because I have just replied that for financial year 2023-2024, the plan activities could not be undertaken as the national project coordinator is not yet in post, and the amount has been shifted to financial year 2024-2025. And for financial year 2024-2025, amount voted would be used for inception workshop to kickstart the implementation of the project and capacity building on greenhouse gas emission inventory, mitigation and vulnerability assessment.
I think Honourable Member was referring to section B, fourth national communication. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Honourable Fukyun.
Regarding the item I just highlighted before, my question to the Minister was to give the name of a consultant, and he didn't reply.
Okay, if you can bear with me for some seconds.
In the meantime, we move to page 277, Honourable Tu.
Thank you, Chair. Item 22900, decimal 099, small letter E. Can we know from the Honourable Minister how the amount will be dispersed for the coastal risk assessment study?
Yes. Yes. Yes, in the meantime, Chair, I can reply for Honorable Fouquion. The company is BAGM from France and Réunion.
Thank you.
Yes, so the objective of this amount is, for this amount which has been earmarked, is to conduct an in-depth study on risks related to the two hazards, namely coastal erosion and marine submersion on mainland Mauritius and road risks for crisis management. So the justification is that during the financial year 2022-2023, fund was used as follows for the preparation and validation of Phase 1 report, status on coastal erosion and marine submersion. During financial year 2024-2025, fund earmark will be used as fees to experts for preparation of Phase 2 report, complementary study on modeling and preparation of risk maps, and development of capacity building program.
Thank you. Last question, Honorable Juman. Honorable Béranger.
Item 3112.001, construction of office building. May we know the status of this project and where the new office building is located?
Yes, 1 minute, please. So construction of office building, normally there has been a decrease because provision made for the implementation of electrical and other finishing works at Bois Marshall sub-office and Maibo sub-office. The works are completed now. And concerning upgraded of office buildings, there has been an increase for financial year 2024-2025 will be used to kickstart the resurfacing of yard of Rosehill LEU sub-office and upgrading of Bell Village LEU sub-office, whereby leakage of water from the ceilings has been noted.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. The question is that the sum of 475 million rupees for vote 11-1, environment and climate change, stand part of the schedule. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Aye. The ayes have it.
Vote 11-2, solid and hazardous waste and beach management.
The question is that the sum of 857 million rupees for vote 11-2, solid and hazardous waste and beach management, stand part of the schedule. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Aye. We are now on page 280. Honorable Asiavaden.
Thank you, Chair. Alors, 22-070. Décimale 001, public beaches. Est-ce que le ministre peut nous dire l'effectif de ce public beaches, l'équipe qui fait le nettoyage, combien de personnes est impliquées? Parce que je vois que quand même 170 millions, 180 millions et 185 millions de roupies.
Thank you.
Yes, 1 minute, please.
In the meantime, we take question from Honorable 2.
Thank you, Chair. Item 22070, decimal 009. Can we know from the Honorable Minister why the budget has been reduced for the collection and export of e-waste?
So the decrease in provision is due to delay in the appointment of a new contractor for the transportation and recycling of e-waste, which is stored at Koirati. There we are. So, yes, that's it.
Honorable Juman.
Thank you, Chair. 22070.
with regards to cleaning services, can the Honourable Minister table the list of all contractors and amount paid to them for year 23-24?
Oui, Monsieur le Président. Donc, il y a plusieurs plages qui sont directement concernées. Donc, ce sera avec plaisir qu'on va soumettre la liste des contracteurs et aussi les différents montants qui ont été payés pour les années en cours. Et bien sûr, vous aurez tous les détails en ce qui concerne le scope of work aussi.
Thank you. Honorable.
Les autres?
Yes.
Répondu à ma question 22 070 décimale 001 concernant l'effectif de
Public beaches.
Combien de personnes sont impliquées dans les nettoyages des plages?
Il y a, Monsieur le Président, il y a plusieurs compagnies privées qui sont concernées. Par exemple, il y a contract for beach cleaning, refuse collection, maintenance of toilet blocks and provision of watchmanship services on main beaches. Ça, ce sont les main beaches. Nous avons 4 lots. MB Lot 1, MB Lot 2, MB Lot 3, MB Lot 4. Il y a 4 compagnies qui sont concernées, MaxiClean, MoriClean Limited, 2 fois MoriClean et Atix Limited. Donc, je n'ai pas les détails en ce qui concerne le workforce, mais c'est quelque chose que je peux éventuellement soumettre, Monsieur le Président.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Honorable Béranger.
Item 22070 decimal 003, operation of landfill sites. Peut-on savoir où en est le contrat du gestionnaire du site de Marchicose qui est expiré depuis plusieurs années, si je ne me trompe pas, et si la somme allouée inclut aussi le nouveau contrat de 70 millions qui vient d'être alloué à Sotravic et Enetotech pour créer des nouveaux espaces vides?
Oui, un moment, s'il vous plaît.
In the meantime, Honorable Abbas Mahmoud.
Thank you, Chair. Same item, 22070, operation and maintenance of transfer station. Can the Minister inform the House the name of service providers?
Service providers. So, allez. En ce qui concerne la chaumière contract has been awarded to Sotravic Limited. Rochebois, contract awarded to JV Square Deal Multipurpose Cooperative Society Limited, Servang Limited. Poudre d'eau, contract awarded to MaxiClean Company Limited. La Laura, contract awarded to Compagnie Régionale de Services et de l'Environnement for a period of 36 months period. And La Brasserie, contract has been awarded to Sotravic for 36 month period starting on the 16th of November 2022 and ending 15th of November 2025.
Thank you, Honorable Utim.
Thank you, Chair. Under item 22070, cleaning services, decimal 009, collection and export of e-waste. May I know from the Honourable Minister the amount of e-waste collected and to which country are these e-waste exported?
Yes. The country to which the e-waste has been exported, we have the answer in a minute. The contract was awarded to Neil Trading and Facilities Limited as from February 2019. However, since 1st June 2021, contract is for storage of e-waste collected previously, and so I will have the answer concerning the country to which.
Yes, I know we are waiting for your answer as well, Honorable Béranger. In the meantime, we have a question from Honorable Leopold.
It's on page 281.
Yeah, we are coming to that.
Yes, if I can give the answer concerning the country itself is South Africa, and concerning the previous answer which has not been answered, the allocated sum includes payment of operation of landfill for the month of May and June 2023, in the amount of 70 million.
Thank you. On page 281, Honorable Leopold.
Thank you, Chair. Item 22130, studies and surveys. Will the survey be national-wide, where Rodriguez and Agaliga will be involved?
Yes, provision for consulting services for the conduct of a comprehensive inventory of hazardous waste in Mauritius and Rodrigue.
Thank you, Honorable Tu.
Thank you, Chair. Item 26313, decimal 0003, extra budgetary units. Can we know from the Honourable Minister how the sum of 70 million will be disbursed by the Beach Authority?
The provision is to meet the major part of administrative costs of the Beach Authority, which includes salaries, allowances, costs of utilities, rent, maintenance, etc. And staffing position. We have also legal and professional charges, costs of water. And this concerns mainly the administrative part, Monsieur le Président.
Thank you, Honorable Kiran.
Chair, under capital expenditure, grants allocated to Beach Authority. There's a huge increase from 6.5 to 10 million. Can we know the reason why this increase?
So the increase in expenditure is based on actual value and number of projects approved under the capital grant. And that's the answer that I have, Mr.
Thank you, Honorable Juman.
26313, decimal 003, Beach Authority. Can the Honourable Minister tell us about the director of the name of the director of the Beach Authority and the pay package?
Yes. So the name of the director is Mr. Sudevan Changabroyan, and the pay package, 1 minute please. So the pay package for the general manager is 110,125 rupees.
Beg your pardon?
Qualifications.
Qualification, yes. He holds a degree in administration and or management or economics and yes. No, sorry. No, that's the normal. Can I have his CV, please? Yes. Sorry. So he has an MBA.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Last question from Honourable Béranger.
Item 21122, decimal 999, acquisition of other machinery and equipment. Il y a une nette augmentation de 100 000 roupies à 1 million. Peut-on savoir si ce budget a prévu l'acquisition de compost bin et si ce sont ces compost bins qui ont été achetés, qui sont en train d'être distribués dans la circonscription du ministre concerné?
Monsieur le Président, c'est toujours la même rengaine. Donc, provision for the purchase, c'est provision for the purchase of heavy-duty photocopy machine. Donc, il n'y a pas de photocopy machine qui est distribuée actuellement, Monsieur le Président. Donc, c'est heavy-duty photocopy machine and a digital video conferencing system to be operational at new office premises in Eben. So the procurement exercise will be initiated in July 2024.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. The question is that the sum of 857 million rupees for vote 11-2, solid and hazardous waste and beach management, stand part of the schedule. Those in favour say aye. Those against say no. Aye. The ayes have it.
Vote 12-1, Ministry of Agro-industry and Food Security.
The question is that the sum of 2,725 million rupees for vote 12-1, Ministry of Agro-industry and Food Security stand part of the schedule. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no.
Aye.
We are going to proceed by subhead. We are at subhead 12.101 General on page 287. Page 288. Honorable Utim.
Thank you. On top of the page, decimal 005, extra assistant. May we know the name of the beneficiary and the amount paid to them?
Well, thank you, Mr. Chair. I was expecting that question. So the name, there are three advisors that are attached to the ministry. There's one advisor on information matters, one advisor on public relations matters, and one technical advisor. They are Mr. Chunia, Mr. Apaya, and Mrs. Ori, respectively.
Thank you, Honorable Wuchit.
Thank you, Chair. Item number 22-100, publication and stationery. We have noticed that there has been an increase from 1 million to 6 million. Can we have some light on it?
Can you please repeat the item number, please?
Item 22.
100.
22-100.
22-100.
Publication and stationery.
15. Okay. Publications, yeah. There is an increase, which is a result of an MOU signed with the Mauritius Broadcasting Corporation for 5 million rupees for the dissemination and sensitization of all the schemes and services that are being provided by the ministry.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Moving on to subhead 12.102, competitiveness of the sugarcane industry. Page 288, page 289, Honorable 2.
Thank you, Chair. Item 26323, decimal 028. I can see there is a one-off budget amount for small letter A, supporting climate smart agriculture for smallholders, EU funded. There is no budget for the forthcoming year. Can we know why? Was it a one-off project?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. This project is now completed. It was an EU-funded project, which is now over.
Thank you, Honorable Juman.
26313, extra budgetary units, irrigation authority, name of the director, qualification and pay package.
The name of the director is one Mr. Sita, and I don't have the details of his qualification, but I can circulate that.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Honorable Utim.
Thank you, Chair. Under item 28225, decimal 014, cane replantation scheme. May I know from the Honorable Minister, from last year, what is the amount that has been disbursed and the number of beneficiaries under that scheme?
Yes, I'm informed that for last year, that is year 2023-2024, 436.74 hectares of land have been replanted, and some 1,250 ARPA have been earmarked to be replanted under the scheme for the forthcoming year.
Thank you, Honorable Béranger.
Item 26323, decimal 028, little e, irrigation system in connection with biomass framework. There is a decrease in the amount allocated. Can we know the reason, please?
Well, the reason that the project started already last year, and most of the work has been completed in those areas identified. So for this year, we have on the completion of the project. That's why the amount has been increased to 4 million.
Thank you, Honorable Utim. I think
So, Chair, I think the Honourable Minister did not reply to my question. My question was, how much out of these 75 million rupees has been spent last year, and how many beneficiaries has obtained funding under that scheme?
All right. In terms of the number of beneficiaries, well, I don't think I have the number of beneficiaries, but like I said, the amount covered was 436 hectares of land.
Maybe, Honourable.
If I have it, I'll hang on. Yeah, as at 31st of May rather, 643 planters have already benefited from the scheme. 643.
Thank you. We're moving out now to subhead 12103, development of non-sugar sector. Page 289. Honourable 2. Honourable Leopold.
Thank you, Chair. Item 22130, 0.011, sustainable low and non-chemical development in seeds. Can the Honourable Minister explain why?
Can you repeat which section we are talking? We are on page 289.
Okay.
Subhead 103.
290.
Okay. Page 290, Honourable Béranger.
Item 22,900, other goods and services, green agricultural certification. Peut-on savoir combien de certificats ont été délivrés, s'il vous plaît?
Second set. Well, till date, I'm informed that there are 72 agricultural operatives have been successfully certified under the scheme. 72.
Thank you, Honourable Foukyun.
Thank you. Item 25,210.017, scheme to encourage use of biofertilizers. There has been a decrease from 10 million to 8 million. Can we know why the decrease?
Well, I'm informed that it is a demand-driven scheme, so based on the number of demands that are received, that's why they have catered for that amount.
Thank you, Honourable Tu. Honourable Utim.
Yes, thank you, Chair. Under item 22090, security, may I know from the Honourable Minister the name of the contractor who has won the contract and whether that contractor had been interdicted, has had its contract terminated previously?
Well, I have as information here for security, the contractor is they have conducted an open bidding exercise that was launched on the 9th of May The current contract has already been expired, and there's an exercise that is ongoing at the moment, and it is being evaluated at this stage, and so we are waiting the conclusion of that exercise to award a contract. So we'll have to wait.
Thank you, Honourable Dulab.
Thank you, Chair. Vote item 25210.012, seed purchase scheme. I note an increase of 10 million for this item. May we know the reasons thereof from the Minister? Thank you.
May I just ask you again to repeat the item number, please?
25210.012.
012.
Seed purchase scheme.
Right, this is a new budgetary measure that was announced in the budget, and where growers that are going to grow potato, onions, garlic, and bean seeds will be entitled to a 75% subsidy on the purchase of the seeds from the Agricultural Marketing Board. So we have those who are going to purchase those seeds that are going to be allowed that subsidy.
Thank you. We are now on page 291. Honorable Juman. We are now on page 221. Honorable Fukyun.
Thank you. Item 26, 329, decimal 019, little b, specialized biofarm unit. Again, there has been a significant decrease from 20 million to 10 million. Can we know why this biofarm unit has been decreased?
Well, the decrease is for the construction of a biofarm unit, and last year there was 20 million catered for that particular project and 10 million for this year. The project is nearly completion now, so this is the last installment that would need to be catered for in this year to pay for that particular project.
Thank you. Page 292 under the same item. Last question from Honorable Ramphul.
Yeah, item 31112, construction of a national wholesale market. Can we know the status of the project, the duration for the construction of the, for the second one, cold storage facilities?
Well, for the storage facility that we have catered for in this particular financial year, it's a project that's going to be started. So I see amount of money has been projected for the next 3 years. So hopefully, once all the process is started, we'll know as soon as we have appointed one contractor how long it's going to take to have it installed.
Thank you. Moving on to subhead 12104, livestock production and development. We are on page 292. Honorable Ganga Prasad.
Thank you, Chair. Page 292, item 21110, decimal 005, extra assistance, 5 million rupees. May we have details regarding same?
Yes, 5 million rupees have been provided to recruit veterinary officers from SADC member countries and from elsewhere, because we have a shortage of vet officers in this country. That's why we are having recourse to recruit from overseas, and that amount of money has been provided for that particular expenditure.
Thank you. Honorable Juman. Page 292.
92, 93, same item. 93.
Okay. Honorable Juman, okay, page 293.
26, Mauritius Meat Authority, 25110. Can I know from the Honorable Minister the number of personnel attached to the Mauritius Meat Authority on a full-time basis and the number of personnel which is on relief?
Well, if you go to page in the last pages of this for this ministry, we'll see that we have under the livestock sector production. I can see you have 280 officers that are posted under the livestock production and development sector. If you're going to ask me exactly for the MMA, I don't have it right now, but I can, of course, provide you with that information.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Honorable Béranger.
Item 22-130, studies and survey. Does this include the report of, does this include the survey which is supposedly, which supposedly have been done for the population of the long-tailed macaque?
Say it again.
Est-ce que ce montant alloué pour la dernière année financière inclut le montant pour le survey qui supposément a été fait pour estimer la quantité de long-tailed macaque à Maurice?
Je ne crois pas.
Thank you, Honorable Leopold.
If I may, Mr. Chair, just to bounce back on that question that was put for on with regard to the number of employees at the MMA, I'm informed that there are 175 employees at the MMA and about 69 casual workers.
Thank you. Honorable Leopold.
Thank you, Chair. It's grant 26210.220, surveillance épidémiologique et gestion des alertes. Can the Honorable Minister give more details on that and whether it's national-wide and what types of diseases are we going to assess?
Well, this provision is made for the payment of the membership fees to the Indian Ocean Commission for the Surveillance Épidémiologique et Gestion des Alertes, SEGA One Health Fund. So, of course, this allows us to have the services on health surveillance and also to strengthen capacity building and all that.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. We are now on page 294. Honorable Asiavaden.
Yes, Chair. Alors,
still under subhead 104, livestock production.
The first one, I mean?
Yes.
OK.
Yep.
294. Alors, à l'item 31-11-3. Item 31-11-3, décimal 047. Construction of dog shelter. Je vois 5 millions est prévu. Est-ce que le ministre peut nous dire où va construire ce dog shelter?
Monsieur le Président, ça a été annoncé dans le discours du budget. C'est un nouveau projet et l'endroit identifié pleinement.
Thank you. Honorable Bagwan, last question.
31-112-401, refurbishment of Richelieu Quarantine Center. On demande about the 15 millions. Can we have some details, whether it would be a new center, the old one which will be refurbished?
Well, there is already an old quarantine center there. So the idea is to relook completely the whole setup that we have and to have a new one built there because we have the land available there.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. We are now on subhead 12-105, forests. Page 294. Page 295. Subhead 12-106. We are on National Parks and Conservation Service. Page 295. Honorable Utim.
Yes, under item 22090, security, may we know who has been awarded the contract to provide security services?
Security. So again, I'm informed that the new tender launched recently, and bids have been received, about 9 bidders, and it's being assessed at the moment. So as soon as they are the successful bidder is selected, it's going to be awarded.
Thank you, Honorable Béranger.
Je ne suis pas sûre sous quel item je dois le prendre. Je vais prendre sous 21, 110 personal emoluments. Peut-on savoir combien de way leave ont été délivrés par le National Parks and Conservation Service pour l'abattage d'arbres endémiques?
Way leave, you mean?
Oui, clearance, way leave. Il faut la permission du National Parks pour le faire.
I believe this is not covered in the
in terms of
yes.
felling of trees, it's at the level of the forestry department, not at the level of the National Parks and Conservation Service, who gives the permit. It's the conservator of forests who does that, who allows the permit to be given for felling of trees.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. We are now on page 296. The question is that the sum of 2,725,000,000 rupees for vote 12-1, Ministry of Agro-industry and Food Security stand part of the schedule. Those in favour say aye. Those against say no. Aye. The ayes have it.
Attorney General's Office, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Regional Integration and International Trade, vote 13-1, Office of the Solicitor General.
The question is that the sum of 320 million rupees for vote 13-1, Office of the Solicitor General stand part of the schedule. Those in favour say aye. Those against say no. Aye. Honourable Leopold. We are now on page 306.
Thank you, Chair. Title 22120, fees. Fees for Privy Council cases. Can you give a breakdown of fees payable to Privy Council?
It's the last item on page 306.
Yes.
Is that correct? Right, we have a number of cases. I can list the cases. We have the case of... Merci. I prefer to circulate it. It's too long.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Honourable Ramphal? No?
307.
Yep. Honourable Utim?
On the same item 2220.011, fees in connection with Privy Council cases, may we have a list of the lawyers who have represented the state of Mauritius before the Privy Council, and if you have the criteria for selection of those law firms?
I will have to circulate it, Mr. Chair, because of the length of the number
Please
of
do,
cases.
Honourable Minister. Honourable Juman. Your mic, please.
22120, fees. This decimal 032, fees for legal outsourcing. Page.
Okay, we are now on page 307, so
Yes.
point 032.
Can I have from the Honourable Minister the list of service providers and also the amount paid to them?
It is on a case-to-case basis, Mr. Chair. If I could have this... okay, 0.12. I can circulate. It's fairly long, yeah.
Thank you, Honourable. Yes, thank you, Honourable Juman. Honourable Minister is going to table it. Honourable Ramphal?
Ready canvas, Chair.
Ready canvas. Honourable Utim?
Item 28-216-012. Every year I ask the same question.
Yeah.
We budget 12 million rupees to contribute to MAYAC, the arbitration center. So I know from the Honourable Attorney General how many cases have been referred to and determined by MAYAC in the years that just went by.
Yes, I was expecting that. So for financial year 2023-2024, I am informed that MIAC staff members have acted and provided assistance to 4 appointing authority and 23 registry matters, including 4 matters under the MIAC arbitration rules and 1 matter for which meeting and hearing were hosted by MIAC. Insofar as the other activities of participation in overseas events, conferences. It's a fairly long list of activities. I better circulate.
Thank you. The question is that the sum of 320 million rupees for vote 13-1, Office of the Solicitor General, stand part of the schedule. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no.
Aye.
The ayes have it.
Vote 13-2, Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions.
The question is that the sum of 191 million rupees for vote 13-2, Office of the Director of Public Prosecution, stand part of the schedule. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Aye. We are on page 310. Honorable Utim.
Yes, under item 22-120, decimal 012, return of fees to council. May we have the names of the council whose services have been retained?
If I'm not mistaken, that would be the prosecuting council locally. So it would be case-to-case basis. That's a fairly long list. That's when, as you know, members of the bar apply for prosecuting authority. I am informed that there are 8 prosecuting counsel. I can circulate at a later stage.
Thank you. Honorable Juman. Can you please repeat?
310.
Item, which item number?
21110, personal emoluments. Can I know from the Honourable Minister the number of officers suspended?
I would not have that now, unfortunately.
If you can please table the information later. Honorable Osman Mahomed on page 311.
Yes, thank you. Item 22900.813, expenses in connection with National Action Plan to combat trafficking in person.
Yes.
2 million rupees over the next 3 years. Can I ask the Honourable Minister, what is the difference? Because in police service, there's in exactly the same line, item 22900.813 on page 88. Yesterday we voted for, but higher amount, 5 million rupees. What is the connection between the two?
Right. The activities for this trafficking in persons for our Office of the DPP is for training of our prosecutors and 2 programs, one with the UNODC, one with the European Union. We have to... I can table that. Yeah.
What is the difference?
Thank you.
No, these are the difference is the police, they are inquiring officers, the prosecutors need to be trained as well. Yeah.
Thank you, Honorable Dulab. We're on page 311. Honorable Utim.
Yes, thank you, Chair. Under item 31-122, decimal 802, acquisition of IT equipment, online project for provision of briefs to council. May I know from the Honorable Attorney General what this project is about and whether the contract has been awarded already?
Où est-ce que c'est ça? Brief to council, yes. Contract awarded, yes. To Moses Network Services Limited. Contract value 4,031,645 cents, including VAT. 20% will be paid after successful completion of operational acceptance for end-to-end system after 2 months of going live.
Thank you. Honorable Ganga Prasad.
Chair.
Electronically, yeah. Instead of paper-based, brief will be...
May I ask honorable members kindly address the chair? Thank you.
Yes.
Honorable Ganga Prasad.
Thank you, Chair. Yep. Page 311, item 31-122, decimal 802, item small letter B. enhancement of the certificate of character online application. Will the Honourable Minister inform the House whether this has already been taken care of, because it takes time to have character certificate? Thank you.
It has been completed. This is a completed project. Now the certificate of character is provided electronically with a QR code.
Thank you. The question is that the sum of 191 million rupees for vote 13-2, Office of the Director of Public Prosecution, stand part of the schedule. Those in favour say aye. Those against say no.
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Vote 13-3, Office of the Parliamentary Council.
The question is that the sum of 24 million rupees for vote 13-3, Office of the Parliamentary Council, stand part of the schedule. Those in favour say aye. Those against say no. You're on page 313. The question is that the sum of 24 million rupees for vote 13-3, Office of the Parliamentary Council, stand part of the schedule. Those in favour say aye. Those against say no.
Aye.
The ayes have it.
Vote 13-4, Foreign Affairs, Regional Integration and International Trade.
The question is that the sum of 1,925 million rupees for vote 13-4, Foreign Affairs, Regional Integration and International Trade, stand part of the schedule. Those in favour say aye. Those against say no. So we are on page 320, subhead 13-401, General. Page 320, Honourable Bagwan.
Page 320.005, extra assistance, 2,740,000. Can we now have some details?
Extra assistance is for payment of salaries and allowances to advisor. I have three. Mr. Akhilesh Rupan, Mr. Avnish Ramota, and Mr. Sundar. And yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Honourable Béranger. Honourable Navarre-Marie. Please. Yes.
Yes, thank you, Chair. Item 22-020.
On page 321, yes?
Sorry, 22-030, rent.
Honourable Navarre-Marie, we are still under subhead 13-401, General. So we now move on to subhead 13-402, Foreign Relations and Regional Integration, page 321, Honourable Navarre-Marie.
Yes, thank you, Chair. 22-030, rent. We are invited to vote for a sum of, for an amount of 240 million rupees. Can we have more details on that increase?
Right. This is for provision of rental at Newton Tower, Fuchs House, and we also have rental of chanceries and staff residences for our missions abroad. We also have rental of parking slots in Port Louis for Newton Tower. And why the increase? I would assume it's market value, market price. Yeah, Société for Fuchs House, it's Société Fuchs. For Newton Tower is Belém Limited. And for rental of our buildings and chanceries for missions abroad, there are in all 21 of them. Yeah, quite long.
Thank you, Honourable Ramphal.
The same item, can the Honourable Minister circulate the list?
All right.
Thank you, Honourable Utim.
Yes, thank you, Chair. Under item 2110.001, basic salary, we are asked to vote 190 million rupees for ambassadors and other diplomats. May I know from the Honourable Minister, out of the 25 ambassadors in our foreign mission, how many are career diplomats and how many are political appointments?
I will need some help from staff here. I can provide at a later stage the difference between the career ambassadors and... No, Mr.
Okay, Honorable Minister, you can table the information at a later stage. Honorable Juman. Honorable Ganga Parsad.
Chair, page 321, item 2290, overseas travel, staff posted in embassies. May we have a detail? The Minister may table the list later for 15 million rupees.
Yes. Okay. Here the provision is made for payment of subsistence per diem allowance to ambassadors and home-based staff proceeding on official missions abroad and to accredited countries. The increase in provision is based on a trend of expenditure and fluctuation in exchange rate. Of course, it's a long list. I can circulate at a later stage, Mr.
Thank you. Page 322, Honorable Leopold.
Thank you, Chair. Grant 26210.058, SADC and affiliated institution.
Oui.
May we know what are the affiliated institution and why there is an increase in grant?
Yes, it's a huge increase, in fact, you will see. It's because of the contribution we have to make to the SADC. Particularly our contribution to the SADC standby force mission in Mozambique, the SAMIM, the extended mandate for July 2023 to July 2024, and assessed contribution to SADC standby force mission in the Democratic Republic of Congo for period July 2023, July 2024. I wish to inform the House that Mauritius had subscribed, had joined the SADC Mutual Defense Pact way back in 2003, but recently with the two standby missions in Mozambique and SADC, we see a huge increase in our contribution.
Thank you. Honorable Bagwan.
Point 801, acquisition of vehicles.
Say that again, please.
Which line? Acquisition of vehicles. 8 million. Can we have some details? Number of vehicles which are being contemplated to purchase.
Here, this is for the provision. Provision is made for replacement of 3 cars in our missions in London, New York, and Paris.
Thank you, Honorable Asiavaden. Last question on this item.
322.
Yes.
À l'item 3112, décimale 408. Je vois, Monsieur le Ministre, que pour la rénovation, upgrading des chancelleries et la résidence des ambassadeurs, un montant total de 113 millions est voté. Je voudrais savoir, est-ce que quand la rénovation va se faire, les ambassadeurs vont être logés à l'hôtel ou ils vont être logés dans leur résidence?
I believe this is a question of policy and administration, and we are not going to entertain.
I think that is a fit question for a PQ.
Thank you. Time over. We are now at subhead 13403, international trade, page 323. Subhead 13403, international trade. Honorable Navarre-Marie.
Merci, Monsieur le Président. Item 22.008 fees to consultants. Le montant a été augmenté à 100%, 5 à 10 millions. Peut-on avoir les détails sur les dépenses encourues, s'il vous plaît?
We are talking of the
Fees to consultants.
geographical indication applications for target sectors EU funded. Yeah. So this is for capacity building and assistance in processing geographical indication applications for targeted sectors. As it is set out there, it is an EU-funded project.
Thank you. Honorable Abbas Mahmoud.
Thank you, Chair. Item 22070, cleaning services. Name of service providers.
Right. Yes. This is for the cleaning of office premises at Medin Mews building, Port-Louis, and Sterling House building, Port-Louis. For Medin Mews, we have contract service provider for cleaning is Mori Clean Limited. The contract was renewed 1st January of this year. For Medin Mews, we also have a service provider for pest control, namely Pest Masters Services Limited, a contract which was awarded on 27 September 2023. So it is still a running contract. For the building for the office at Sterling House building, Port-Louis, we have a contract for cleaning services awarded to Sotra Clean Limited, and the contract was awarded on 1st October 2023 for a period of 1 year. That's it.
Thank you, Honorable Usman Mohamed.
Yes, thank you. International trade, 21110.001 basic salary. Can I ask the Honourable Minister, who is the Director of the Trade Policy and Deputy Director of the Trade Policy Unit, please?
Alors, international trade, là, nous sommes en transition, là. You want the names of the officer?
In the meantime, a question from Honorable Utim.
Yes, thank you, Chair. Under item 22.900.14, hospitality and ceremonies. Last year it was 1 million. This year 1.5 million, and then it goes back to 1 million. So why is the increase only for the current year to 1.5 million?
From memory, I think we have hosted certain events. Let me check. Very funny. No. Provision made to meet the expenses in connection with conferences, etc. Yes, seminars and workshops. Increase is made for the upcoming workshops during financial year 2024-2025. I list them. There are 7. World Trade Organization National Workshop. 2, meeting of the high-powered Joint Trade Committee on SECPA with India. Third is the 5th round of Mauritius-Indonesia PTA negotiations. 4th, Trade and Investment Framework Agreement, a TIFA meeting in Mauritius. 5th is the EPA rounds of negotiation. 6th is the signing ceremony Mauritius UAE SECPA. And 7th, the national workshops pertaining to geographical indication.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Do you have the answer to Honourable Usman Mohamed with the 2 names?
The director retired yesterday.
Oh.
So this is why I was looking for the confirmation. So the deputy director is Mr. Luximon.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. The question is that the sum of 1,925,000,000 rupees for vote 13-4. Foreign Affairs, Regional Integration and International Trade stand part of the schedule. Those in favour say aye. Those against say no. Aye. The ayes have it.
Vote 13-5, Human Rights Division.
The question is that the sum of 28,600,000 rupees for vote 13-5, Human Rights Division, stand part of the schedule. Those in favour say aye. Those against say no. Aye. Page 326. Page 327, Honourable Utim.
Yes, thank you, Chair. On item 22.900.932, other goods and services, human rights awareness. I know from the Honourable Minister, what is the awareness? Is there a campaign? Who does the campaign?
Please give me a minute. Maintenance. Yes, okay. Activities organized here was in the context of Human Rights Day to mark the 75th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and to commemorate Human Rights Day 2023. We have also human rights calendars were produced for distribution to sensitize on articles of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. And the calendar was distributed to all ministries, departments, municipal district council, as well as Rodrigues Regional Assembly. Workshop in collaboration with Institute of Judicial and Legal Services held in December last year, once again on the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Of course, it also includes capacity building programs and, for the staff. Voilà.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. The question is that the sum of 28,600,000 rupees for vote 13.5, Human Rights Division, stand part of the schedule. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Aye. Ayes have it.
Vote 14.1, Ministry of Youth Empowerment, Sports and Recreation.
The question is that the sum of 897 million rupees for vote 14.1, Ministry of Youth Empowerment, Sports and Recreation, stand part of the schedule. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. We are at page 334, subhead 14.101, General. Honorable Kiran.
Mr. Chair, page 334, item 21110, decimal 004, allowances. Can we have some details with regard to this item, please?
Yes, this is provision for payment of acting responsibility ad hoc duty allowances to officers.
Thank you. More questions on 334? No. Moving on to page 335, Honorable Tu.
You Chair, item 22120. May we know from the Honorable Minister to whom the fees are paid?
Yes, Chair, payment of fees to chairperson and board members of bid evaluation committee and departmental bid committee.
Thank you, Honorable Kiran.
Mr. Chair, item 22090, security. There's a huge increase from one year to another. Can we know the reason for such an increase?
Which item? Sorry.
We are still on item on general. Sorry, page 335, subhead 101, general.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Honorable Dulab.
Yes, thank you, Chair. The same item 41101, item number 22030, right? I noticed there's a decrease from 17 million to 15,800,000. Can we know the reason of this decrease? Thank you.
Yes, Chair, this is due to the decrease. The decrease is due to optimization of office space at headquarters and the relocation of some of our services like the National Youth Council, the Mauritius Recreation Council, and Team Mauritius, which has been relocated in our buildings.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. We are now still at page 335, subhead 14102, promotion and development of sports. Honorable Kiran.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Again, item 22090, security, from 11 million to 20 million. Can we know the reason for such an increase and to whom contracts have been awarded, please?
Increase is due to the application of eventually the minimum wage to take into consideration the prevailing labor legislation. And for the moment, we do not have a service provider because bidding exercise is ongoing.
Thank you, Honorable Leopold.
It's the same item, but on the next page.
Honorable Tu. Honorable Ramphol.
21110, decimal 005, extra assistance. 11,700,000. Can we have some details about this?
Yes, this is for the payment to advisors. Mr. Fabien Hector, advisor on information matters, 69,600 rupees. Mr. Kemraj Naiku, advisor in athletics, 54,300.
Mr. Jean-Pierre Sauzier, Advisor in Sports Matters, 52,900. Mr. Mokude Ashley, Advisor in Sports Matters, 42,750. Mr. Nirmal Rewa, Advisor in Football, 42,750. Mr. Eric Milazar, Advisor Coach in Athletics, 42,750. Mr. Dorasamy, Advisor Coach in Football, 42,750 rupees. Mr. Juron Dunraj, Advisor in Martial Art, 42,750. Mr. Hung Mayu, Advisor in Martial Art, 42,750. Mr. Ramasomi Rakesh, Advisor in Kite Surfing and Yachting, 42,750. Mr. Maliek David, Advisor Coach in Handball, 27,350 rupees. Mr. Le Montagnard Julien, Advisor in Kite Surfing and Yachting, 27,350 rupees. Mr. Mimia Ignace, Advisor in Taekwondo, 25,625. Mr. Petra Permal Noganaden, Advisor Coach in Judo, 25,250. Mrs. Juron Marie-Michel, Advisor Coach in Judo, 25,250. Mr. Sonny Richard Franco, Advisor Coach in Boxing, 25,250. Mr. Colette Jacques, Advisor Coach in Judo, 25,250. And Mr. Lebon Josian, Advisor Coach in Boxing, 25,250. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. We are now on page 336. Honorable Anquetil.
Merci, Monsieur le Président. Item 3113, décimale 406. D'accord? Petit c, Glen Park Sports Complex. Peut-on obtenir du ministre les détails sur les travaux qui seront entrepris au complexe sportif de Glen Park, s'il vous plaît? Merci.
Mr. Chair, are we on page 336?
Yes.
I can't find this on page 336. We are on page 336.
À la page 336. Which item are you referring to, Honorable Anquetil? We are going to come to page 337 in a minute. So, Honorable Bagwan.
336, Mauritius Sports Council. Can we know the composition of this council, the members and their remuneration, please?
Which item, please?
0.045, Mauritius Sports Council.
Okay, 26 313 0.45. Wait a minute, I will give you the name of the board member, chairperson and board members. Chairperson, Mrs. Sarah Rawat Karimji, board fee allowance 35,000 rupees. Mr. Mamouji, officer of the ministry. Mrs. Sadal, representative of the Ministry of Education. Mr. Pritam Kumar Bini, Miss Sweeti Ramchan, Mrs. Bujawan, Mr. Lindsay Kandasamy, Mr. Mohadeb, Mr. Fatim Ahmed. All these persons derive an allowance of 2,000 rupees per sitting.
Thank you, Honorable Dulab.
Thank you, Chair. Item 22900, decimal 944, small k, Africa and Asia Pacific Games. Can we have more details for this expense, please?
Yes, this is for the hosting of the Asia Africa Pacific Choir Games, which will be held next year in Mauritius.
Thank you. Honorable Fukyun.
Item 26,313.141, Multi-Sports Infrastructure Limited. There has been a significant increase of 10 million rupees. Can we know why? And can we also know the composition of the board and the allocation perceived by the members?
This is 3 questions in 1 question. First of all, I will reply to the increase. This is due to increase in human resource cost, maintenance, minor repairs, and also to cater for the Liverpool Football Club Academy license fees. And second question for the board, the chairperson is Mr. Jean-Pierre Seuzier, deriving a monthly allowance of 73,500 rupees. Board directors, Mr. Kaulesa, all the board directors derive an allowance of 26,250 rupees. Mr. Kaulesa, Mr. Jutan, Mrs. Ramchand, Mr. Ramsamy, the PS of the ministry, Mrs. Karimji, Mr. Ramlakan, and Mr. Soltu.
Thank you. Honorable Leopold.
Thank you, Chair. First item 0.008, medals, prizes, and rewards. Can the Honourable Minister inform the House the substantive increase in the sum allocated for the next budget?
Yes, in the current financial year, it is 5 million. In the next financial year, as from 1st July, it will be 10,000 million rupees. We are making provision in view to reward our athletes who eventually will do well in the Olympics and Paralympics game, which is forthcoming.
Thank you. Honorable Juman.
6313, Mauritius Sports Council. Can I know from the Honourable Minister where matters stand with regards to the upgrading or renovation of the Angelique Open Stadium?
This is not. No.
This is not as in the discussion, so we now move on to Honorable Wuchit.
Thank you, Chair. 31,113, decimal 006, construction of sports infrastructure, multi-sports complex Triolet. The date of completion, please. Date of completion.
The date of completion is being revised because the contractor, or BRB Construction Limited, est en train d'avoir du retard. Donc, on saura bientôt parce qu'on attend une réunion avec lui.
Thank you, Honorable Kirin.
Item 28,211, decimal 056, football clubs. There is an amount of 15.4 million budgeted for 2024-25 here in the estimates, but the Honourable Minister of Finance in his budget speech announced an amount of 17.2 million. Can we know which amount is correct? Is it the 15.4 or is it the 17.2?
Oh, Chair, I cannot reply on which is correct or not correct. I can reply to a question asked on this specific item.
Thank you. Honorable Utim.
Chair, item decimal 944, sub item K, Africa and Asia Pacific Choir Games. 11 million budgeted last year, 40 million this year, and 50 million next year, 100 million rupees. So may we have a breakdown of how this 100 million rupees will be spent for this singing competition?
Mr. Chair, this is for example, payment of renting for different venues, transport costs, administrative costs, communication and technical costs. There's no specific breakdown for the moment. The team will be working on the specific breakdown.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. We are now on page 337. Honourable 2.
14,103, is that okay? Youth services?
We are still on,
Okay, I'll come back for that then.
102. Honorable Anquetil.
Si, Monsieur le Président, item 3113, décimal 406, Glen Park Multi-Sports Complex. Peut-on obtenir du ministre les détails sur les travaux qui seront entrepris au complexe sportif de Glen Park, s'il vous plaît? Merci.
No, these are minor works that have already been done. There is only 50,000 rupees, which represent retention money. These are minor works.
Thank you. Honorable Abbas Mahmoud.
Canvas.
Honorable Leopold.
No, it's on 338. Page.
Honorable Utim.
Under item decimal 406, upgrading of sport infrastructure, H, other basic sport facilities around the island. Out of the 6 million rupees budgeted for this year, may I know from the Honourable Minister whether any amount is budgeted for sport facilities in constituency number 2 in Port-Louis?
De mémoire, je ne pense pas que le ministère, nous avons des infrastructures sportives dans la circonscription numéro 2. Non. Non?
Merci.
Local government.
Thank you. Honorable Wuchit.
Thank you, Chair. Decimal 406, upgrading of sports infrastructure. A, lighting of training grounds. So can we know if Stade Gabaran at Triolet is included in this budget?
Yes, Mr. Chair. The Stadium Rabindranath Gabaran is in the project. There's a lot of work to do there. Yes.
Thank you. Honorable Béranger.
Still under the item 31113 decimal 406, little C, Glen Park Multi-Sports Complex. Le ministre vient de répondre à la question de l'honorable Anctil, mais peut-il préciser quels travaux ont été entrepris pour cette somme de 1 million et est-ce que le complexe est opérationnel et ouvert en ce moment?
Comme je l'ai dit, these are minor works. Nous avons des petites réparations à faire dans le complexe, que ce soit au niveau de la salle et ainsi de suite. Bon, si besoin, je demanderai une liste complète. Si c'est opérationnel, je vais vérifier avec le Mauritius Sports Council.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. We are now on still on page 337 at subhead 14103, Youth Services. Honourable Kiran. On page 337.
No, our question on 338.
Honourable Tu.
Thank you, Chair. Item 22030, rent. Can we know from the Honourable Minister what is the rental for?
Yes, this is for the rental of vehicles, equipment, and several facilities for our different activities.
Honourable Abbas Mahmoud.
Yeah. Item 21110, decimal 005, extra assistant. Can the Honourable Minister, what is this amount mean for?
Yes, Chairperson, this is for the payment of monthly salary to advisors. Mr. Pitia, advisor on public relations, deriving a monthly salary of 35,750 and monthly allowance for telephone and so on, 5,825 rupees. And for Ms. Sibarat, advisor on documentation, 31,625 rupees with other allowances for telephone and so on, 2,475 rupees.
Thank you, Honourable Ganga Prasad. So now on page 338, Honourable Kiran.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Item 26313, decimal 158, Mauritius Recreational Council. Can can we know from the Honourable Minister how this sum, this amount which was budgeted 17 million in 23-24, if the full amount has been spent, and can we have a breakdown of it, please?
If the full amount is spent, I cannot tell today because the financial year has not yet ended. We have to wait for the end of the financial year. This sum is for the payment for the members of the board, administrative costs, staff costs, projects and programs, equipment and materials. So there's a lot of activities that have been organized, for example, recreational activities, even in Rodrigues. So there's a long list of different activities that have been organized.
Thank you, Honorable Ganga Prasad.
Thank you, Chair. Page 338, item 22130, studies and surveys. May the Honourable Minister enlighten us on these studies and surveys, who conducted them, and on what item were these studies and surveys carried out?
Yes, this was done in-house. A national youth study was carried out with a sample of 4,000 youth aged between 14 and 35 years to explore the needs and aspirations of the youth and consequently support our objectives of youth empowerment. The survey has been completed up to around 50%, and there will be another step. Like I say, this is done in-house.
Thank you, Honorable Anquetil. Yes?
Oui.
Merci, Monsieur le Président. Item 31-112, petit c. Over Youth Centers. Peut-on savoir du ministre si le Youth Center de Floréal fait partie de la liste des Youth Centers qui seront rénovés? Merci.
Mr. Chair, the Youth Center of Floréal, like you know, has completely been renovated and revamped into a modern youth hub. Ou pas de circonscription, madame?
Non, je suis.
Thank you from everyone in the constituency. Honorable Dulab.
Item 26313, decimal 068, National Youth Council. I note an increase of almost 100% from 2,400,000 to 4,800,000. May we know the reasons thereof? Thank you.
Yes, Chair. As from the next financial year, the National Youth Council has the responsibility of the National Youth Award, and also the National Youth Council will have to cater for the Special Youth Outreach Program. And also, these are the costs associated to the management of the Helvetia Youth Hub.
Thank you. Honorable Fukyun.
Item 28211, decimal 043, transfers to non-profit institution, Mercer Scouts Association. There has been a significant decrease in the allocation to the Mercer Scouts Association. Can we know why?
Yes, the standard grant that we give to the Scout Association is 105,000 rupees. Last year, this current financial year, there has been a special request to help the Scout Association that participated in the 20th World Scout Jamboree 2023 in Korea. That's why they receive an additional and a special amount of money of 1 million rupees.
Thank you, Honorable Leopold.
Thank you, Chair. Item 22900, sub-item .951B, Duke of Edinburgh International Award. May we know how many Rhodesian youths are involved in this program?
Yes, Chairperson, we have around 415 youth from Rodrigues participating in the different level of the Duke of Edinburgh International Award.
Thank you, Honorable Utim.
Thank you.
Honorable Béranger. Honorable Abbas Mahmoud.
Yes, Chair. Item number 22090, security. Can we know the name of the service provider, please?
None. There is no service provider for the moment because the bidding exercise is still ongoing.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. The question is that the sum of 897 million rupees for vote 14-1, Ministry of Youth Empowerment, Sports and Recreation, stand part of the schedule. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Aye. The ayes have it.
Ministry of National Infrastructure and Community Development, vote 15-1, National Infrastructure.
The question is that the sum of 2,835 million rupees for vote 15-1, National Infrastructure, stand part of the schedule. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Aye. Honorable 2, we are on page 345, subhead 15-101, General.
Thank you, Chair. Can we know, item 2110, decimal 005, extra assistance. May we know from the Honourable Minister the list of beneficiaries and the amount and specify their qualifications?
Thank you, Chair. This provision for the payment of salaries to 2 senior advisors, 1 advisor in public relation, yes. So, 1 advisor is Mr. Gunyadri, former Chief Executive of the Ministry of National Infrastructure and Community Development, holy diploma in Public Administration and Management from the University of Mauritius, and salary is as recommended by PRB, that is 94,000 rupees. Senior advisor, Mr. V. Sirangan, holds a BSc honors in banking and finance from the University of Mauritius and drawing a monthly salary of 68,000 rupees. 1 advisor, Mr. Shanmuga Alagapan, holds a diploma in journalism and news writing from London School of Journalism and a BA honors in law and management from the Open University and is drawing a monthly salary of 66,200 rupees. 1 advisor in public relations, Mr. Vidyanan Biari, who is drawing a monthly salary of 25,000 rupees.
Thank you. Page 346, Honorable Usman Mohamed. Sorry, page 345? Yes?
For me, 6.
Honorable Usman Mohamed, page 346?
Yes, please,
Yep.
thank you. Item 26-313, Construction Industry Authority. Now, through legislation, the CIDB has been enhanced to CIA, and yet with enhanced ability to collect revenue. And yet we are being asked to vote for 5 million rupees for the CIA this year. I thought it would have been autonomous in terms of financing.
Mr. Chair, this provision is for the funding of partly the operating costs of the Construction Industry Authority. This comprises of salaries, traveling and construction, traveling of employees, council and committee fees, cost of utilities, rental, etc. And as we all know that the CIA also generates revenue, so the other fund will come from their own funds.
Thank you, Honorable Dulab.
Thank you, Chair. Item 22170, traveling within the Republic. I notice a slight decrease for this item. May we have the explanation?
So already the expenditure as at 31st of May is nil. So there has not been any money spent, and the sum that has been allocated is as per trend of expenditure.
Thank you, Honorable Utim.
Thank you. Item 22030, rent, decimal 005, rental of facilities for events. May we have a breakdown of the amount paid and the events for which that amount was paid?
No, those events, Mr. Chair, these are provision for tent services, podium, and other facilities to socio-cultural organization for the organization of socio-cultural activities at national, regional, and community level. So we have a full list of those events that has been organized around the island and what also been given to us by the task force. So the amount that has been spent as up to now is 16.8 million rupees.
Thank you, Honorable Leopold.
Thank you, Chair. Can the Honorable Minister explain or provide details on the expenditure under the item 22030, sub-item 001, rental of buildings.
Yes. So the rental of building. These are provision for payment of rental of building at the Moorgate House and Made in Mews. Moorgate House, 8th floor, 5,125 square feet. And Moorgate House, 4th floor, 9th floor, and 10th floor, a total amount of 13,723 square feet. Moorgate House, 3rd floor, 5,000 square feet. Made in Mews, 10th floor, 5,555 square feet. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Last question from Honorable Ramphal.
26313.165 Construction Industry Authority. Can we know who is if there's a board, what is the composition of the board?
Composition of the board, certainly. One extension. Right there. So composition of the board, the chairperson is Mr. Tarkeshwar Kaulisau. Member is Mr. Vasant Ramtohal, representative of the Ministry of Infrastructure, Mr. Ajay Tilakdari, Ministry of Local Government, Mr. Vidyanand Tufani, representative of SME of the construction industry, Mr. Anand Jadu, representative of the Professional Quantity Surveyors Council, Mr. Sailendra Bijadar Singh, representative of the Building and Civil Engineering Contractors Association, Mrs. Priya Dashini Chedi, representative of Ministry of Environment, Mr. Siupal, representative of the Professional Architects Council, Mr. Chandan Singh Chaturi, representative of the Association of Consulting Engineers, Mr. Jabu of the CRP, Mr. Pierre Bocas, representative of the Building Material Manufacturer Association, Mr. Georges Brass, member of the Civil Society, Mr. Stéphane Saint-Marthe, Mrs. Subhashni Gopi, and the secretary is Mr. Vinay Kumar Rao, with manager corporate services at the CIA.
Thank you. We are still on page 346, subhead 15102, National Infrastructure Division. Page 347, Honorable Osman Mahmoud.
Item 311.112.433, refurbishment of office buildings, 51.58 million rupees. Can we have the list of buildings in that list, please?
Mr. Chair, this is for the repairs that's due at Emmanuel Anquetil building. They have minor repairs work that need to be undertaken. Firefighting issues that need to be looked to at same building. Waterproofing works, metal handrails, and replacement of window panes is still at Emmanuel Anquetil building. And also there is an electrical equipment system that need to be looked into. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. We are now at page 348, subhead 15103, Road Construction and Maintenance. Honorable Anquetil.
Merci, Monsieur le Président. Item 3112, décimal 001, Construction of Office Building at Granum Vaqua. Peut-on savoir du ministre à quelle phase se trouve actuellement ce projet de construction? Je vous remercie.
Yeah, okay. So, this is concerning Granum. These are provisions that has been made for the construction of a new sub-office for the RDA staff, as there currently no sub-office for the RDA in the region of Plain William. So, There is a bid was launched in financial year 23-24, but bid obtained was 25% higher than cost estimate, so we have to relaunch.
Thank you. Honorable Dulab.
Thank you, Chair. Item 31113, decimal 003, small R, motorway M4, from Bel Air to Grand Bel Air, consultancy. May we know from the Minister the objective behind having this consultancy done?
Mr. Chair, as a government that wants to preserve environment, and we know that the M4 is a very important motorway that will benefit a lot inhabitants of the south and the eastern part of the island, but we have also to preserve Valley de Ferny. So this is why this consulting has been put in there, so as we can work on the feasibility of a new alignment that will link Grand Bel Air to Bel Air, bypassing Valley de Ferny.
Thank you, Honorable Usman Mohammed.
Yes, item 26313.079, Road Development Authority. Can I ask the Honourable Minister why the substantial increase in provision from 159 million rupees to 175 million rupees?
Mr. Chair, as it is for all the employees of this country, it is also for the employees of the RDA. We have to cater for the provision is being made here for compensation that need to be paid in the year 2024, the readjustment with a minimum salary and other administrative costs such as traveling and transport uniform, among others.
Thank you. Honorable Utim.
Thank you, Chair. Under item 3113.003, construction and upgrading of road, item E. Reconstruction of Jumbo Phoenix Roundabout and Sage Bridge. Yeah. So an amount of 135 million is earmarked for this year. May I know what amount is of this 135 million relates to the Sage Bridge, which has just been inaugurated? So what additional work is required there?
Mr. Chair, there is no additional work. What we are catering for here is consultancy services, as this is a unique structure, not only in Mauritius, but in this part of the world. So we need expertise of our consultant to continue to monitor the health of the bridge. So as we can, in fact, it's a new bridge, so we have to monitor. So what is happening, how is it behaving with the load, with the climate and all. So this is what the money that has been catered for.
Thank you. We are now on page 349. Honorable Tu.
Thank you, Chair. At the bottom of the page, item 31132, decimal 401, computerization project of RDA. May we know from the Honorable Minister what exactly will be computerized at the RDA?
Yeah, okay. Mr. Chair, the RDA intends to implement an integrated management information system where its main departments will have their own computer-based information system to manage and automate their routine tasks and provide middle and top management tools to assist and provide a more organized and flexible approach to making decisions necessary to swiftly achieve the public expectations.
Thank you. Honorable Navarre-Marie.
Merci, Monsieur le Président. 31113.003, Construction and Upgrading of Roads. Et à la page 349, en braquette, petit z, Junction on A1 Road at Pointe-Sable. On nous demande de voter pour un montant, c'est-à-dire un montant de 50 millions de roupies a été earmarked. Est-ce qu'on peut savoir les détails de ce projet-là et quand est-ce que les travaux vont débuter?
No, Mr. Chair, there is no provision for this financial year.
No provision for this financial year. So, Honorable Ramphal.
Item 31113.004, small d, Cavendish Villeneuve, 11 million, I can see. That was spent last year. What is it about? Huh?
Mr. Chair, my honorable colleague will agree that currently, the current Cavendish Bridge, which we have renovated, but which is a patrimoine but it remains small et très étroit. So we have now to study how we can eventually link Mayberg to the other eastern part of the island on or about that same place and try to design something else to ease the movement of the people of number 12 toward the east of the island. So this is the provision for us to start studying what are the different possibilities.
Thank you. Honorable Dulab.
Same vote item, that is 31113.004 small b for Rivière des Anguilles near MCB footbridge. May we know the status for this project, starting date and completion, expected completion date? Thank you.
So, yes, provision here is made, Chair. This project consists of design and construction of footbridge for safety of pedestrians on that main road.
Thank you. Honorable Utim.
Item decimal 403, maintenance and rehabilitation. A, roads and bridges. An amount of 400 million is earmarked for this year. I know from the Honourable Minister what amount out of this 400 million is earmarked for project in constituency number 2? Upgrading of roads and bridges.
Okay, yeah,
Maintenance
okay.
and
Okay, I'm on it. So this budget is for the RDA, Mr. Chair, and we are mainly on the main roads, our motorways, our classified roads. So if the honourable member has any bridge he's thinking of, he may communicate to me, then I'll give you a specific reply, but here it's difficult for me to give you a specific.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Honourable Osman Mohamed.
Yes, item 3113.403, item E, whole life asset management system. No project value has been indicated here, but safe that 440 million rupees was earmarked for the financial year that is ending, and another exactly 40 million rupees for this year. Does this mean that the project has not been implemented last year? Because even the Director of Audit is quite critical about life management, life asset management at the Ministry.
Mr. Chair, in fact, there was a tender that was launched in March 2021. The RDA shortlisted 4 firms. I have a list of them for the whole life asset management system. The procurement exercise was unsuccessful as bid received was well above estimated costs. So in light of the foregoing, RDA is now seeking the services of a road asset management specialist at the Korean Expressway Corporation to assist in the review of the TOR as well as the bidding process, evaluation and contract management for the successful development and implementation of the project.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. We are now on page 350, subhead 15104, Electrical Services Division. Honourable Utim.
Yes, thank you, Chair. Under item 31112.401, renovation of ex-tobacco board building, Claudette, first floor. May I know from the Honourable Minister what this building will be used for?
Chair, this is a provision for the complete maintenance of the first floor of the Claudette building at the ex-tobacco board compound in Plaine-Lausanne. The building was owned by the Ministry of Agro and has been now vested to MNI. So we need to upgrade it to our standards so as our officers of the Electrical Services Division can move in.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. I see no further questions. So the question is that the sum of 2,835,000,000 rupees for vote 15-1, national infrastructure, stand part of the schedule. Those in favour say aye. Those against say no.
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Vote 15-2, National Development Unit.
The question is that the sum of 563 million rupees for vote 15-2 National Development Unit stand part of the schedule. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Aye. We are on page 356. No question. Page 356. Honorable Utim.
Yes, under item 22.030, rent, can the Honourable Minister give us a detailed list of the premises that are being rented?
Sure. Mr. Chair, this is, I don't know what my learned friend wants to know about. So it's a provision that has been made for the rental of building, mezzanine, level 10, level 11, level 12 at Citadel Mall, and rental of 54 parking slots.
Thank you. Page 357, Honorable Ramphal.
13.155, Drains Infrastructure Construction Limited. Can the Honourable Minister circulate the list of drains that have been constructed by the company and region-wise?
13. The list
Honourable
of drains.
member wants Honourable Minister to circulate the list.
Yeah, I have the list. I'll circulate the list.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Honourable Béranger.
Savoir, sous le même item, peut-on savoir qui est à la tête du Drains Infrastructure Construction Limited et son salary package?
We currently have Mr. Gunyadri, who is acting as officer in charge. But I don't have the salary. And he's also the salary has not yet been determined by the board.
Thank you, Honourable Tu.
Item 3.113, decimal 045, small letter B, small community project. This is a new item. Can we know from the Honourable Minister how this money will be spent?
Can she repeat the question, please, Chair?
Small community project. Can we know how the money will be spent?
17 million rupees.
Mr. Chair, the list of the project is available under the PSIP.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Honourable Utim. Honourable Osman Mahomed.
Yes, item 26313.115. I just heard the Minister saying that the salary package for the officer in charge is being calculated. Can I ask him whether the CEO who was there, Mr. Ramjatan, has resigned recently, and if that is so, why is that so?
This question is not admissible. Thank you. So the question is that the sum of 563 million rupees for vote 15-2 National Development Unit stand part of the schedule. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Aye. The ayes have it. Honourable members, at this stage I will suspend the sitting for 30 minutes. Thank you.